Self-compassion isn't soft. Actually, it's a survival strategy, you guys. Okay, that's what I want to talk to you guys about today on Trauma Talks. Okay, I want to talk about the single biggest problem people face when trying to heal their trauma. Okay, they're trying to heal trauma with the very part of the brain that trauma shut down. Okay, and that's pretty much impossible to do. So I kind of want to help you guys out today. Okay, this is Krystal with Trauma Talks. Okay, I want to break that down for you guys. Really break it down for you today. Okay, most people approach trauma healing through logic, willpower, mindset, work, or endless talking. But trauma lives in the body, not just in the thoughts. Actually, it hijacks the nervous system. And when you're in trauma response, the parts of your brain responsible for, let's say, emotional regulation, perspective, uh, perspective taking, self-awareness, safety, and connection are literally offline during that time. Okay. So the person keeps trying harder, reading more books, saying more of affirmations, or blaming themselves for still being triggered by the trauma from the past. And when nothing changes, they just assume there's something wrong. There's something wrong with them. That when the real issue, you guys, is the system is stuck in survival mode and it can't access healing without regulation first. Okay. So that's what we're going to really get into today on Trauma Talks. Okay. Thank you guys for joining me today. Okay. I want to talk about this repeated pattern. Okay. The trigger happens, the nervous system goes into fight, flight, or freeze, or even fawn, which is a lesser known. The person tries to think of or talk away their way out of it. Of course, that doesn't work. They shame themselves. Okay. That shame then becomes another trauma layer. Yes. It becomes another trauma layer. Imagine that. Okay. The real solution, you guys, okay, to heal, to start this healing is when people learn to work with the nervous system, not against the nervous system. Okay. Learn to co-regulate before trying to problem solve. Rewire the body's sense of safety through consistent self-empathy. Okay. Somatic tools and trauma-informed practices. That's the real solutions, okay? So until then, it's like trying to install new software on a system that keeps crashing from the inside out, okay? All right, so you guys, thank you guys for really getting into this subject with me today. You know what's funny, you guys? There was a time I believe I was doing everything right. I had goals, discipline, hard standards, and I wore my toughness like a badge of honor. I thought pushing through meant I was strong. Similarly to you, that's how I approach my problems, okay? But here's a shift for you guys today. Here's a really big shift, okay? That burnout hit, okay, that caused me to go into burnout, okay? Over and over again. I lost my joy. I couldn't sleep. My body started breaking down because I was trying to heal it the wrong way. And the more I tried to grind through it, the more I just crashed, okay? Because I was addressing the problem in the wrong way. And that's when I realized something really wild, you guys. I realized something amazingly crazy. That self-compassion, self-empathy isn't weakness. It's literally the missing system update that your nervous system needs to heal. Yes. Okay. But most people, especially high achievers and survivors, they completely misunderstand this. Okay. They think it's fluff. Their excuse is it's too soft. It's too soft for the real world. Okay. That the real world is so hard. But I'm about to show you exactly why that mindset is what's keeping you stuck, exhausted, and emotionally disconnected. Okay. I hate to say you're doing it all wrong, but you are. Let's break down the 5 biggest myths about self-compassion, and let's begin to rewire your nervous system, and heal you. Let me give you the strategies for that. The strategies that work for good. Okay. All right. So let's get into this a little bit further, okay? All right, let's talk about myth number one that a lot of people think about self-compassion, that it equals self-pity. First of all, self-compassion does not equal self-pity. If I practice self-compassion, you're just feeling sorry for yourself. That's not actually true. Okay, let's debug that a little bit. Okay, self-pity keeps you looping in hopelessness. Self-pity and self-empathy are not the same thing. Self-empathy stabilizes your system so that you can respond, not react to maybe whatever is going on. Okay, it helps stabilize you, helps you go back into a feeling of safety. Okay, it sounds like this is hard and I'm allowed to be human. That's what self-empathy sounds like. Okay, that message calms your brain. It softens the stress load and it makes the space for real healing. It's not indulgence or anything like that. It's regulation. Yes, that type of communication is regulation. Let's talk about myth number two, okay? That self-compassion or self-empathy equals weakness. If I go easy on myself, I'll lose my edge. A lot of people think that, okay? Actually, science says the opposite, you guys. Okay? The harsh truth here is self-talk activates your threat system. Hello, cortisol and shutdown, right? But self-compassion and self-empathy activates your care circuit, increasing emotional resilience and long-term performance. Think of it like this, okay? Elite recovery, okay? It's elite recovery, not soft, not lazy, but strategic, high performance healing. Yes, it's elite recovery. That's what I look at it like, okay? So let's talk about myth number three, okay? Self-compassion equals no accountability. If I forgive myself, I'll never change. But let me ask you this, you guys. Has shame ever sustainably transformed you? Okay? Has it ever done that? Or did it just make you quiet and self-abandoned? Okay? Think about it like that, okay? Self-empathy is accountability with kindness. Yes, it's definitely accountability. You're not getting yourself off there here. You are still holding yourself accountable. Okay, I made a mistake, but I'm not a mistake. Okay, look at it like that. I made a mistake, but I'm not a mistake. This separates your identity from your behavior. So change becomes possible without self-destruction. Okay, all right, let's look at myth number four about self-compassion and self-empathy. A lot of people think this. That it equals toxic positivity. Just saying something nice, okay? Okay, that's not compassion. That's emotional bypassing. That's not compassion or self-empathy. Your brain doesn't rewire through fake smiles. It rewires through honest, non-judgmental performance. Real self-compassion, real self-empathy sounds like this. This hurts. I'm overwhelmed, but I'm here with myself through it, okay? That's what it sounds like, okay? So let's start to begin to see what it looks like, okay? That's what activates the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that allows for connection, insight, and long-term healing, okay? So when we start to learn more about this and we start to understand this a lot better, then we're able to really apply it properly, okay? So let's look at myth number five. Self-compassion equals just not who I am. I'm just not wired for that. I'm too hard on myself. There's a lot of people see it like that, okay? That's not your identity. It's your protective programming, okay? You're not too hard on yourself. It's your protective programming, okay? Your nervous system may have learned that criticism equal control, which equals safety, okay? But thanks to your neuroplasticity, we know this. We know new things now. We have new ways now. We don't need to do it that way. Self-compassion, self-empathy is a learnable skill. It's not about your personality. It's about your practice. Yes. Okay. So let me give you my final thoughts on this. Okay. I really love to tell you guys about this type of stuff because I want to help shift you. Okay. So if you've been running your system on old codes, fear, shame, criticism, maybe it's time for an update, you guys. Hello. Maybe it's time for an update. Self-compassion, self-empathy isn't an indulgence. It's a survival patch. It helps patch your nervous system, okay? And it's the thing that your nervous system has been waiting for, okay? So let's close this out today, okay? Knowing these things, these myths is just the first step, you guys. It's just the first step. In the next video, I'm giving you my self-empathy script. Yes, giving it right to you. The exact word, the exact tone and timing that signal your nervous system that you're safe and that you can heal now. So I hope you guys catch me on the next episode. Okay. This is the same tool, you guys, that I use with clients to exit survival mode and return home to themselves fast, okay? And I'm giving it to you. So make sure you check me out on the next video, okay? You don't want to miss this one, okay? All right? So thank you guys for watching Trauma Talks, and I will see you next time, okay? All right, I'm Krystal Boothe. All right, have a great rest of